Welcome to Spring LIB.
This is the answer to Chapter 31, problem number 52 from the Smith Organic Chemistry textbook. And in this problem, we are asked to draw a stepwise mechanism for the formation of a large epoxy resin. And so Sorry, I lost the problem momentarily. Okay, so we're asked what epoxy resin is formed by the following reaction sequence. And so we're told that we're combining essentially a diol, so a molecule with an alcohol on each end, with an epoxide with chlorine on it to form a prepolymer, and then we're treating that with a diamine and forming a final epoxy resin. And so when we look at the diol and the epoxide that we're combining first, our first product, right, okay, yeah, so it's not asking for mechanism, it's just asking what is formed. And so our first product is going to look like this. So we're going to have an unopened epoxide on each end. Okay, and so that's each of our monomers. But again, the epoxide is not open on that end. And then the repeating actual polymer subunit of this, what the problem calls the prepolymer, is going to be the product when the epoxide has opened. So here, this linkage is the residue of the epoxide after the chlorine's been displaced by an alcohol, and then the epoxide has opened. And so that looks like this. And so that's going to be our repeating subunit there. So that's going to repeat n times. And then again, it will be bracketed by, a piece identical to the left side. So another piece where the diol is linked to an unopened epoxide. So this is going to look, again, exactly like the left side of the molecule. There we go. So this is what the problem refers to as the prepolymer. Okay, and so then we treat this prepolymer with the diamine that the problem asks us to use. So that diamine, and basically what's going to happen there is if you look at the prepolymer, the amine is going to act as a nucleophile and open those as yet unopened epoxides. And so we end up just joining prepolymer units that we made by by these linkages of freshly opened epoxide to freshly opened epoxide. And so what that is going to look like is this. So we can start with our pre-polymer unit's central core here. Okay, so there's what we drew just above it and called the actual like repeating subunit of the pre-polymer. And then, so I guess we should indicate again. So this would be repeating, many times. So we'll put the N there, and then draw the end pieces. Right. So actually, the better way to draw that would be like this. So there's our repeating core, but the way that I drew it up here, I think that I made a mistake. Right. So this was wrong. So rather than all of this, it would just be the epoxide up here. So I apologize. Sure, that's plenty confusing. So here, so the pre-polymer is actually is going to look like this. Right. So there's another unopened epoxide side unit there. So the central core of the polymer, the repeating part, is unchanged. So that's going to repeat. But now the epoxides are opened and are linked to one another by the diamine pieces, which acted as nucleophiles. So rather than the epoxide here, we're going to have the opened epoxide. And then this will be joined to another residual epoxide, opened epoxide. Oops. And again, we'll have another N repeating central core pre-polymer part. So this is going to look just the same as the one above it. And then, like the one above it, there will be these terminal pieces that were unopened epoxides previously, that now, just like the right side of this molecule, are going to have been opened and joined together by that diamine piece. So there's the open epoxide. I do apologize. I just need to go back and make this a little smaller so that it'll all fit. So there's our diamine linking piece. There's another residual epoxide. And then this is going to be drawn way out of proportion, but necessary. Well, maybe not that much out of proportion. So, and then here again, we'll have another of these subunits. Okay. So there we go. Right. So it's just the prepolymers linked to one another by the diamines. The nitrogens acted as nucleophiles to open the epoxides and to form this large epoxy resin. And so that's the answer to chapter 31, problem number 52.